I'm Jason Aalon from a band called Letlive. I'm hanging out with Rob on Punkvideosrock.
You're on tour right now, and as I mentioned, you know, after that last record, I feel like you've been on tour since then.
Yeah,
like it's been rigorous.
Yeah.
So I mean, how are you even able to focus on new music? I hear you guys have been recording.
Yeah, well, we took a break, which we all felt pretty necessary, and in that 6 months, which is the longest break we've had in 5 years, you know, we took a 6-month break to write a record, and so we did, and we started with, you know, just some ideas that we had on the road, or maybe some things we had years ago, and we put them all in front of each other, and we started to see, you know, where we all fit in these songs we had written, and we started putting our stuff together, and within 6 months we had, I'd say, 16, you know, instrumental, or we had more than that, but we shaved it down to 16 music tracks, instrumental tracks, and then I recorded 5, you know, of my vocal full through the whole song, completed, and then I mean, bits and bobs throughout the whole thing, and then we'll do this tour, go back, find someone to work with, someone that gets it, someone that we trust and that kind of trusts in us to make a good record, and then we'll go from there and record a record now.
Has it been hard for you guys to find someone that, you know, that gets your music, gets your work?
No, I think with this last record we've been afforded a little more notoriety, so people have heard the name more than they had maybe when we did Fake History. And since that is now the case, we're able to say, well, we've done this and we're capable of doing this, but we'd like to do more. And so when we say we'd like to do more, we go, well, you know, people probably ask, what is that? Yeah. And so we have the demos. So we've been showing, we've met up with a couple producers and engineers, and they all seem very with it and cool. So I guess it just comes down to what the 4 of us and this engineer producer, what it feels like. Is he going to be the 5th member of the band when we go into the studio? Yeah. So that's kind of what it takes for us to pick somebody.
Now, coming from such a record like your previous record, you know, how do you prep for a new record? Like, how do you step it up?
Honestly, I think you just do whatever it is you feel is the next step. You know, I feel like as far as an evolution, this band is always, and I make it a point to always say in interviews, we are not just a punk rock or hardcore or pop or folk or polka band, whatever it is. We're not just, I'd like to believe at least, we're not just that. We're just a band, a band of guys that really love music and want to play music. And music means rap, music means folk, it means country, it means punk, it means rock. This is music. So for us, as long as we feel like we have initiated the process of evolution regarding Letlive, every time that we go in the studio, then we know we're doing it right. And that's why we take a long time sometimes, because we're like, you cannot force, and this is that cliched adage, like, you can't force creativity. But I mean, truly, we're starting to realize we're just so, like, we're like feelers. We're also like, it's got to feel right. So we're just waiting, we just wait for it to feel right. And luckily, this shit feels really right. You know, we came into this, and it was a very almost inundating and tumultuous process, because we were like, fuck, it's hard, because we really want to put that record out that people are like, damn, they stepped it up. Yeah. But then when we stopped thinking about that I guess those words, you got to step it up, you guys, it's just stop thinking about it and just be about it. And that's when everything started to flow. So
it's more natural. It's not like,
you got to, man, because then motherfuckers will call you on your bullshit. You know, they'll be like, oh, you wrote this record to be on the radio. You know what I'm saying? You wrote this record to do this. And if that is what you wanted, then there's no integrity lost, because that's subjective. Yeah. And that's what you went in to do. But we don't have necessarily, we don't have like an end goal. I think the end goal is to make a connection with one more person. Okay. And if it happens with 100 more people, or 1,000 or 1,000,000, then we just got really fucking lucky. All right. So
now going back to those Chain Reaction days, because there was a couple times that I would come out we used to do live videos, right? And we would try and shoot live videos with you guys, but your set is like dark, right? Yeah. So, but I feel like there's more to it, because you have so much energy on stage. So, I mean, what is the meaning or the reason behind having, you know, no lights or a dark set when you guys perform?
Maybe just so people can listen and feel, as opposed to, you know, having to wait for the spectacle that they may have heard about on the internet or from their friends. Like, this is about, honestly, and I know that it sounds like I'm a fucking broken record, but It's about poignancy, man. It's about feeling something. It's about being part of something. And obviously, you want to see who you're doing it with, sure, you know, like, but it's like, it's not the difference between having sex with the lights on or having sex with the lights off. It's not like that. It's more so initiating and nurturing a very visceral and organic connection. Okay. And yeah, we have a theory or a formula with what we do, but that is because it comes from here and not so much from here. So.
Cool. Well, I appreciate you hanging out with me, dude. I look forward to seeing the line, the lifestyle brand that you got going on, the new music, everything going on. And we're waiting for a new Fubar record, right?
Yes, absolutely. That'll be 2016 Fubar.
Right,
yeah.
Fubar. There you go. Thanks, man. I appreciate that.